Okay, there we go. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna wait for some people to come in. How do I delete that last one? Okay, we got some people in here. Well, one person in here. What's up, you guys? How are you doing? Just let me know, the person who's in here or the people, whatever, let me know if you can hear me. No problems. Hi, Mokamima. Hi, Jamila. Rashad. Thank you. You know, it took me a second, but I figured it out, guys. I figured it out. I figured it out. How y'all doing? It's been a minute. If I look down, it's because I'm looking at the comments. You hear me, no problem? Okay, great. So, I hope you guys are doing well. I know I haven't been around for a long periodically time. But yeah, I wanted to have this conversation. Okay, well, let's do a little catch up, okay? I'm doing great. My trip was fantastic. I absolutely loved it. We'll be going back very soon. The only issue is when I'm away, it's hard for me. Like, I don't have my setup. I don't have dependent Wi-Fi. Even when I'm here now, I'm using my phone because the Wi-Fi might cut out and I'm gonna need my data. So it's a whole lot. But we're here and we're doing it. Long time, I know. Okay, so I wanted to talk about the whole strong Black woman conversation because y'all know, if you have been in the social of the medias, a lot has been going on, okay? Ayana and Jarrett, they done got a divorce. I mean, we saw it coming, but still, it's finalized now. Then you have this TJ Holmes situation with the GMA, and then now also Derek Jackson and his wife are getting a divorce. And I don't necessarily want to talk about them specifically, like, oh, how could their relationship like pan out the way it did if they were talking about this and that. But I grew up with the notion, and you guys let me know in the comments if you guys grew up with the same perspective, that being seen as a strong Black woman, an independent Black woman, was such a compliment. You know what I mean? Like, wow, look at her resilience. Look at how strong she is. Look at how much she can push through adversity and all that stuff. And as I get older, I realize it's not a compliment as much as it used to be, if it ever even was, mainly because now I see it as something where it's like, you are so resilient that anything I put you through, you will overcome. Who asked for that? Not me. No. I never asked for that. So, some of the things that I do want to read from the topics here is TJ Holmes, our strength is weaponized again. Come on now. Now you're preaching. I do want to talk about like some of the excerpts from these couples dramas. Okay, so I'm going to start with the TJ Holmes situation. For those of you who don't know what's been going on, basically, he had been caught having an affair, or they were separated or whatever, with a woman in his workplace. Apparently it wasn't his first transgression in his marriage, but it is what it is, right? So now people are exposing this post that he posted some time ago, basically like commending her for being this strong Black woman. And so I want to read it because, first of all, I don't know why she didn't think, or maybe she did know, but I don't know why at the time he thought this was great to post. But here we are. Where is it? I need to pull it up. Sensitive content, where? Okay, so this is what he posted on his 10-year anniversary. This particular decade challenge is a little late, but 10 years ago, Marley Big married me. And despite my best efforts, guys, despite my best, like it's already giving, I'm going to put you through the ringer. Despite my best efforts, she remained married to me past 10 years. That's not hyperbole. I'm not being dramatic. I gave her plenty of reasons, excuses, and opportunities to walk her fine ass out of the door. But instead, with her built-in Black woman superpower. With her built-in what? Black woman's, and don't judge my outfit, okay? I'm cold. It is cold over here in Canada. With her built-in Black woman superpower. So if it feels like, to me, this is something, not Alexis throwing up. This is something that he had acknowledged in this woman of like, yo, I've done my dirt. She hasn't left. Clearly she's resilient enough to put herself through dealing with me, and I can remain being me. I don't have to change. I don't have to be a good person. I don't have to be a good husband. And she would just stick around. Absolutely not. Alexis, I'm gonna need you to get off my back. Thank you. But yeah, I agree with some of you guys. Like it really is dehumanizing, but I'm gonna continue. She showed grace and patience that's incomprehensible. Asking her for another 10 years would be asking too much. Another 10 months? That may even be a stretch. If she gave me another 10 weeks, I should consider myself lucky. If she put up with me for another 10 days, I'd be grateful. But if she would even spare 10 minutes of her time for me today, I should consider myself blessed. That's a compliment? Not as giving struggle love. No, but for real, it was giving struggle love. Absolutely. What are some of you guys saying here? His post was disgusting, like his best efforts make his wife leave him. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like he purposely was putting himself in a situation where if she was to leave, she would be justified. But because she has this Black woman superpower, like he said, she stayed. So yeah, it is giving struggle love for sure. He isn't having remorse. It's almost arrogant. Absolutely. The trope dehumanizes us as Black women. I would have to agree. Like a backhanded compliment. I can't even claim it as a compliment at this point. Like it's to the point where they know, whoever it is, it's not necessarily just Black men. It's just that's the trend with the current people. I chose to put it the thumbnail, but it's like Black women are seen as this impenetrable force that can go through absolutely anything. And we see it in relationships. We see it in the workforce. We see it in the medical field. Worse in the medical field, where I know for me, one thing I experienced was I tried to tell somebody who was working on my wrist when I broke my wrist like a year ago or something like that, like, hey, I need pain medication, like this hurts. And it's like, she didn't believe me. And I'm here like, I know damn well all these people right here are not going through the pain that I'm going through, but you have attended to every single one of their needs. I'm telling you I'm in pain, therefore I'm in pain. So like we see this trend in plenty of spheres where Black women are just seen as this superhuman entity. And it's like, why? Who said that? I am proudly strong and then some, so I receive the compliment because God knows what I have endured by his power. So for me, that description does not minimize my needs and desires at all. That's great for you, Bodacious I love that name, Bodacious Shenanigans. That's great for you. And I'm not even saying that like being perceived as somebody who is strong and has the wherewithal to go through a lot of things is bad. I'm just saying I'm seeing a trend to where it's used against us in a way that because we are seen as strong women, we are purposely put through things that are meant to break us down, but our resilience keeps that from happening. So I also put in the thumbnail Jared and Ayana, because during watching Love is Blind, if you watch my reviews, you know how much I hated hearing him say, you're so strong, you're so strong, you're so resilient, you're this and that. Because at some point it started to feel like, to me, he's about to put her through some mess. And baby, prior to hearing about the divorce, that's what it sounds like happened. So I watched their story, and I watched him pick another woman, essentially. I watched him cry over another woman. And in the catch up, I watched him talk about basically being a whatless husband you know, not having a proper job, not being able to provide for them and all this stuff. And that's not to absolve Ayana of any of her wrongdoings in the relationship. We don't know. But it kind of like validated the feelings that I was having while watching the show, and that, yo, he's about to put her through the ringer. And unfortunately, he's built her up to be this resilient, strong person. Hi, Tata. And it's going to bite her in the butt. And I feel like that's exactly what happened. Yeah, some people are feeling like it's not really a compliment. Not her trying to keep medication from you. This is Canada, sis. I know. Crazy. I did call it in the pods, exactly. I feign weakness in a new workplace or a new setting. The first few days I'm like, can you help me? I don't know how to do this. And you know, I feel like I kind of want to do that as well, but I'm also trained, and by trained I mean like just my environment, my family, whatever, to be independent. So like weaponizing competence is something that's hard for me to do. And you know, I would love to take a book from a male because they can do that no problem. Okay, babe, I don't know how to shop for these things. And then as a woman, what do you have to do? Write down a very detailed list of things, prices, all that kind of stuff, because they know how to act like a damsel in distress. Can you imagine? The problem is Black women as well. We can't always victimize ourselves because we choose to be in these relationships that red flags, that bad red flags straight from that have probably red flags straight from the beginning. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. That is true. I'm just talking about the phrase itself. And so the last couple that made me really want to talk about this topic was Derek Jackson. So Derek Jackson is a trip, you guys. If you know what happened with Derek Jackson, basically he was this self-proclaimed relationship guru. Nobody actually knew any credentials of him. He just got really popular. I mean, he's attractive. People are gonna flock to his page. And so he would talk about relationships. And he would almost, you know, I teeter on the line of saying pander, because sometimes I do think it's easy to say somebody is pandering. But we're gonna use that for lack of a better term, towards Black women, basically saying, Black women, you don't deserve what you're going through. Black women, you deserve this, and men need to step up in this way and that way and whatever. And a lot of women were like, oh my gosh, finally somebody is speaking up for us, right? Then it came out that this man was cheating on his wife the whole time. This man was saying all the things that he was doing himself. Black women, you don't deserve to be cheated on by blah, 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 blah. While cheating on his wife, while leaving his kids, it was a lot. And I am not the morality police, baby. I am not the morality police. Let me tell you, I'm not the best woman out here in the world. I just thought that was crazy. So I'm gonna read his little statement too. Over the last several months, my family and I have gone through many changes. Some of you have speculated, while others have reached out to offer support as we privately establish this new normal for ourselves and our beautiful children. Earlier this year, after much prayer, counseling, and deep consideration, we decided to go our separate ways and filed for divorce. Making this decision to file was one of the hardest decisions of my life, but I found peace knowing that our mission of raising healthy children, starting with healthy and whole parents, is still being accomplished. From falling in love as just teenagers to becoming spouses and now co-parents, I'm grateful for the years we've spent together and wouldn't trade them for anything. I was blessed to have such an amazing person in my life and will forever be thankful for all that she meant to our family. Now, why do I bring it up? I bring it up because when all that stuff was happening, somebody already said it, the bonnet of salvation. Hey, Stephanie. The bonnet of salvation. Guys, this man had this woman sitting up on Beyonce's internet talking about, you need to put on your bonnet of salvation because, you know, I'm here for my husband and I'm here for the this and the that, just for him to be cheating on her. And then shortly after that, we're hearing about a divorce, and I'm just here like, so with a bonnet looking. Stop it, Alexis. And then, like, to make matters worse, wasn't it like a month ago or something? She came on the internet cursing everybody, basically saying, like, if you have any ill to say, and yo, God forbid, hey, ill to say about Derek Jackson or Danae Jackson and whatever, may your throat be closed and you choke and it was all kinds of things. So I'm here just like, this is a conversation. You guys can answer. Hey y'all, hey Linda, hey Caitlin, and some people I haven't said hi to before. Have we been conditioned as Black women to, hello, cussing out God's children? Can you imagine? Have we as Black women been conditioned to accept struggle love for lack of whatever options, opportunities? That's just what we grew up seeing. Okay, I'm already seeing some answers. I'm seeing yes. Like, why do you guys think that is? Because like most other people, I grew up believing it was a compliment. And as not the fruit flies attacking me. And as I get older, I'm just like, hold on, this feels like an excuse. This feels like an excuse. Okay, some of us, someone says, as a whole, yes, but me individually, no. Love that for you. Love that for you. Good to see you. It's been a while. I know. I haven't been live in a while anyway, so you haven't missed anything. But I look at my life and I look at some of the things like that I let be done to me under the guise of, oh, but when I go through this, I can use this as my testimony. Oh, but at the end of this, I'm going to be so much more resilient. What doesn't kill me makes me stronger. But baby, I damn near died. I damn near died. Like, why have we accepted the trope so much so that we go through things that almost kill us for real? And again, I'm reiterating it in that way because I don't think it's bad to be a strong Black woman. I don't think it's bad. I just think we've internalized it to the point where we allow pain to be inflicted in us to degrees that other people would not allow. You know what I mean? I feel like it would be a compliment if it wasn't used as a tool of oppression. Okay, Tyra says that. V says, we were told to accept struggle because we are Black women. We sit at our Black films like, we see it in our Black films like Love and Basketball. Yeah. I feel like the fear of being a stereotype makes some of us accept some behaviors that we should not. I think it is a women thing as a whole because white women in the South, whoo, child, I be hearing some stuff. I wouldn't know, so let me know. That part. My cousin said for some reason, we love to have a testimony instead of just recognizing when something is good for us and when it's just to show how strong we are. Yeah, because that's what I'm realizing too. I'm realizing that a lot of the stuff that I've let happen to me is for this testimony. And it's like other people like, hold on, no. Listen, no weapon formed against me shall prosper, but some of these weapons are prospering and I need to remove myself from this situation. Whereas for us, it's like, oh, you're just the most amazing woman. You're so resilient. You're so strong. And then the worst part of it, at the end of the day, going back to these 3 couples that I chose to feature on the thumbnail, we don't even end up with these people who were complimenting our strength. Ayana wasn't the first pick. TJ been cheating for God knows how long. Derek Jackson said, peace out. I'm done. So, ladies, what is the strength for? Baby, then I don't want to be strong. If this is the outcome, then I don't want to be strong. I'm done. Not someone called Fred Hammond. What did Fred Hammond do? Personally, yes, I don't know why. I mean, even in different communities, people stick by their men I think it's more sensationalized in the Black community because music, church, and movies, we take it way too far. Yeah, I can see that as well. I can see that as well. And honestly, I just wanted to have a conversation just because I've been seeing like these topics and I want to talk about hot topics, but I don't necessarily want to go into like those relationships specifically. I just wanted this to be a jump off into a greater conversation, just kind of like breaking down where is this coming from? Have you guys experienced it and all that kind of stuff. But I definitely see it in music, in church specifically, mercy in church specifically, and Black movies. Like that's why certain movies like from back in the day I cannot watch. I cannot watch because it's like, baby, he had a baby on you. He put his hands on you. He cussed out your family. And you still want to be with him? And the trophy at the end of the day of being with a person like that is the fact that you endured it all. No. No, thank you. That part. Trevor Noah had an excellent speech about Black women the other day. But who is he with in private? And I love me some Trevor. I'm not going to lie. That was a little bit heartbreaking. He was like, and I would love to thank Black women specifically. Oh, you what? But you're not with us. Okay, cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I have a feeling that Trey called just strong and resilient. If so, it makes sense as how he treated her. Absolutely. That is an old Love Island reference. That's hilarious. It's so interesting because you're right. The men who compliment the strength don't end up with you. Men who love to provide often praise and notice vulnerability. Come on, let's talk about it. Okay. The bar is under the floor. Ciao. But yes, the church, yes. I don't care who anyone dates or has relationships with, but please just leave Black women alone. Stop praising us for being strong. I would say stop praising us for being strong with the intent of testing that strength, you know? But what is really funny to me is Black men seem to know how to act with other women. That's another conversation. Because I kid you not, unless it's, I do acknowledge the fact that my experience is framed by what is around me. And I am surrounded by Black people, typically Black people who date other Black people. So I'm not going to say I know what's going on in other communities, right? But I've never heard conversations of the strong ex-woman in other communities. Maybe it's there. I've never heard it, but yeah, crazy. The only strong compliment I want is in the gym. I can't stand you, Alexis. My gosh. Girl, so many conversations can be had. LOL, I'm tired and I'm a weak. Not a weak Black woman. Because I feel like we would be upset at the opposite too. So maybe not that. You see me, I'm weak and I'm proud of it. My man doesn't seem to mind. I'm done. You guys are sending me. You guys are sending me. Okay, so then I have a question to you guys. Also, get these likes up. There are over 100 people up in here, only 20 likes. Come on, y'all, support your girl. Yes, I am delicate. Delicate flower, soft life. Okay, and not the soft life they're trying to say on the internet, like true soft life. Personally, I think it's because we are conditioned to accept struggle love for the possibility of paradise. Emphasis on possibility. Come on, Thrive and Tresses. Yes. Soft life only, please. Okay. So what would be some alternatives to the phrase strong Black woman that still emphasizes the fact that you are somebody who is resilient, but it isn't weaponized against us? Do we have an answer for that, or are we still trying to flesh that out? Because for me, if somebody was to say, okay, well, you're a weak Black woman, I don't like that either. So I'm like, okay, what would I like to hear instead? What would you Like to, I see you, black. Okay. Okay, that's something. We do like weak women though. We like to feel needed, lol. If I meet you and you get everything popping already, what you need us for? Valid. Your local neighborhood dad, that's valid. It's valid. Don't say anything, just help, okay? Child, I have no idea. I'm still trying to figure that out. And that's okay. That's okay. I'm just wondering, you can't come with a problem and not try to offer some kind of solution to it. So here we are trying to offer a solution. What would you like to hear instead of "you're a strong black woman" if that phrase doesn't sit well with you? Whatever adjective I use for white women, I want... Okay. I don't know, but I need Black Queen and Black Goddess to stop. Yeah, I need that to stop too, but that's a conversation for another day. I'm not sure I want a generalized group label. Have to think, okay. Okay. So you would want, how do I say your name? Latrice? Like, Latrice, you are a strong woman. Is that better? Or is that still like, is it the word strong, or is it the strong black that's getting us? Where's the disconnect? Maybe capable. You are a capable woman. I feel like that's fair. I'm capable to be strong, but I'm also allowed to have my moments of what some would deem as weakness. Okay. I think resilient is a great word. It's more about what we've been through and not who we are. Okay. It's the strong black, hey? I think it's the coupling of the strong and the black together. Our black men need to step up and compliment us. Maybe that's what it is too. Maybe that's what it is too, because when I think of the compliments that black women tend to get, I don't think of much that isn't strong black woman, or am I gonna post this video? Yes, I am. Or physical based, Rarely do I see on a generalized basis, this is not a case-by-case situation, but generalized, I don't hear, man, you are a generous black woman. You are a kind black woman. You are a caring black woman. You are a whatever. Like, the biggest, strongest, most boisterous phrase is the strong black woman, Generalizations can be good or bad. I'm not sure what general label would be better, but not stereotypical. I hear that. I want to be seen as a complex person with nuance and empathy. Absolutely. Because then when I am only seen as the strong black woman, it not only makes it hard for me to experience moments where I'm looking around in moments of weakness saying, man, who's going to help me? Because I feel like my whole trope was being strong. Like I cannot show anything else. And then also everyone around you looks at you as like, oh no, she's the strong one. She's the resilient one. She don't need help. And it's like, in most cases, those are the people who need the most support. Those are the people who need to actually be checked on because they go unnoticed for so long. You was kind, you was smart, you was important. If we change that word, but we are still expected to endure struggle love, we are back to square one. The way black women are treated just as much as we are labeled. I hear that. In my opinion, a strong woman is another word for doormat. Let's get into that. Why do you say that? I agree. But why do you say that? Can we put Grand Rising to a rise, please? I live in Canada, so we don't really hear Grand Rising that much, but I know it is in the States. When I used to have my location in the States, you would hear like Ashe. I'm like, what is Ashe? What does that mean? Grand Rising Queen, what does that mean? I even had somebody say to me, they loved that I was so pro-black with my hair. And it was just it was my natural hair. And I said, wow, It is a different dating atmosphere in the States. It is interesting. I think we're missing the softness. Yeah, never heard that in Canada. Like this, it's not a Canadian thing. This Grand Rising. Sorry for y'all who have to go through that. That is a lot. I take that as a red flag. Absolutely. Black men also gotta stop saying chocolate Nubian queen. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I refer to myself sometimes as like chocolate. So the chocolate part doesn't bother me as much as, but we do have to show. You right. I'm just saying sometimes I do use the chocolate to refer to myself too. So it would be hypocritical. Just making that point for myself. One time a man told me he sees me as a strong black woman and I ran for the hills. Absolutely, as you should. Sorry. I just feel like once you hear it, it's like signing up. And it's almost always without like evidence. Like what is it that I'm telling you that's making you say I'm strong? Because if you really heard my story and I've been through a lot of things, I would just take that as, wow, you've endured so much, but I hope one day like you'll be able to take off that burden. Like that's how I would see it. I wouldn't just come to somebody and saying, strong black woman, I want that. Sounding like I'm setting myself up for failure at that point. This topic is so deep because it's not just the word strong. It's much more complex than that. It's not the word that needs to be replaced. It's the connotation behind it. Absolutely. Queen is great, but people don't treat us as such. Well, hello? She's supposed to be catered to. Hello? Yeah, it's like they're preparing you for the BS that's coming. And that's how I see it as well. Everything black women do always needs to be made into a movement. We breathe, a black women breathing movement. You're not lying. Yeah, on the topic, I feel like when black men refer to their partners as strong, they have decided that they're going to put that person through anything. Yeah, I would agree. I saw a TikTok earlier today, and it was a group of white men on a podcast basically saying, yo, black women are always going to be there. Yo, black women are going to be the first ones at a protest. Black women are going to be this and that. And I'm saying, guys, it is infiltrating other communities. Other people are seeing that the most long-suffering type of woman is presumably, it might not be fact, but the general consensus is that it is black women. So who's gonna protect us? So who's gonna fight for us? Who's gonna be strong for us? Who is going to come and take the burden for us? Who am I gonna confide in to say, you know what? I am tired of carrying this load. Either I'm gonna put it down or you gonna hold it. Something. Or we're gonna both chip away at it so that nobody has to carry it at all. You know what I mean? You saw that TikTok too? I was dumbfounded. I said, not... Crazy. It's never a Nia Long or a Naomi Campbell. For what? What happened? Oh, maybe I missed your first comment. I think, hate to say it, I hope it don't sound ridiculous, but I also feel like weight plays a role. See, now you're opening a can of worms. That's a topic for another day. That's a topic for another day. My older sister is also currently going through a divorce, and trust me, it's been so tough. My aunts and moms don't believe in divorce, no matter the issue involved. Yo, scary business. I see some women in my personal life too, who you look at their marriage and you're just like, can you leave him? But the people in that sphere commend the endurance. And that is so painful to watch. First one in the line, last one picked. Come on now. Come on now. Thriving. Say that again. Yo, thriving is speaking, okay? No one's here to help because we're strong. Strong. It's brainwashing. Jared described little bitty Ayana so strong, and that was the only compliment he had. Can we talk about his show Orchid? Because if y'all saw my videos, you know, I was waiting for anything else than strong and resilient. I was waiting. But when he was talking to the other woman, oh, you're just like me. You're so fun. Like, we would have a great time together. You're so caring, so compassionate. You're so funny. You're so... And that's not to say Ayana couldn't have been those things, but those aren't the things he chose to highlight. And I think that's the issue that I have. It's you understand that we are multifaceted human beings, yet titling us as just strong Black women, I feel like reduces us. And that's my greatest issue with the phrase. But hey, what you gonna do? But y'all didn't give enough answers. There are bare people in this chat. There are bare people, okay, maybe not in the chat, but watching the video. What are alternative phrases that you would like to hear? When you offer a problem, you gotta come with a solution, or at least try to find one. I'm a delicate flower. Strong is not in my vocabulary. I refuse to be a strong Black woman for anyone other than myself. But in the situation with Jared and Ayana, she allowed herself to be second best. Listen, Mocha Mima, that's facts. That is absolutely facts. So, yeah. He had all the adjectives for Mallory. All of them. All of them. I didn't once hear him say strong. Maybe he did, but it definitely wasn't the highlight. It's so painful for your own people to encourage you to stay in a toxic place because supposedly there is nothing better out in the streets. And Ayana mentioned that she got a lot of that same comment. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. Not surprised at all. Okay, so let me think. What would I like to hear instead of strong Black woman? You know, honestly, at that point, just say I'm dope. Just look at me and be like, Yulin, you dope. I was like, ah, thank you. I am dope. And if you do want to talk about my resilience, also talk about you being there in my moments of weakness. You just acknowledge that weakness can come with it as well. And that I also need to be checked up on. And that I can't be everybody's superhero. I am not superhuman. I feel things the same way you feel things, maybe even worse. You know what I mean? Listen, okay, free, maybe dope. That's the only thing I can think of right now. Mallory was more financially stable, and that was attractive, not intimidating, not trying to be a man, not independent. She was just a woman who had her ish together. I actually like being described as an intelligent, ooh, okay. Intelligent woman, that's nice. That's nice. But what is a phrase that would be like all encompassing, you know? We have to stand for ourselves even if we stand alone. I have been single for almost 10 years because I refuse to settle and I'm almost 60. Period. Okay, Mocha Mima, that's on period. I don't even want that. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me if you don't know me. Just be quiet. Okay, well, what is something you would like the sisterhood to be called? Okay. Beautiful, graceful, beautiful skin, gracious, patient, literally anything but adjectives related to strength and support. I hear that. I hear that. I know it might never happen, Queen E, but just imagine if Mallory and Jared get together. Or a Mallory body double. Because then the whole world will be saying, I told you so. And then that poor girl is going to go through that pain all over again. Poor Ayana. Poor thing. Not poor thing completely, because like Mocha Mima said, baby girl knew the situation she was going into. Let's be honest. intelligent, empathetic, courageous, beautiful, talented, anything but strong, or, oh, you're smart and strong. You can figure it out. Okay. Okay. Shake was bullying her? I don't really keep up with these people after I'm done. So what happened? If Mallory and Jared got together, they'd be done too. He's for the streets. Absolutely. And if Jared does get a Mallory, then she'll get the same black man Ayana. This is true. I saw a TikTok basically saying, and this is not to say that's his I'm not making any presumptions about Jared, but I saw a TikTok basically saying the preference isn't getting treated like the preference. Have y'all noticed that? You know, we're the strong black woman, you know, we get put through the ringer and all this stuff and whatever and whatnot. But you look over there at these people who they see more as like a delicate flower and a this and a that and a whatever. But it's like you're the same person over there. It's just you knew you were gonna put us through some mess. It's just over there you kind of know that it like you have to look grand gesture to apologize and all that kind of stuff. I feel like that doesn't happen over here for us. But anyways, that's a topic for another day. If a black woman was in the pods talking about their real estate and investments, she definitely would have been described as too independent. I'm a simple today, just like nice. If nice works for you, then nice works for you. Not to be that person, but even with the nicer words, phrases, it still feels disingenuous. In the same way with Trevor, it feels like he wants to thank the black woman audience, then, I don't know, donate to black women organizations to hire more black interns, or I don't know. I think the phrase change has to come with action. It definitely has to come with action. I don't know if you have heard the song Out Loud Thinking by Glorilla, but the first line of the song is, when they treat you like the strongest, they make you the weakest. No, I don't know that song. I'd rather not be called anything rather than my name, because this men be out here love bombing in disguise of sweet talking. Call me by my government name, sir. I hear you. About how the strong black woman trope leaves black women no room for mistakes, which leaves us extremely vulnerable, but no one cares. I hear that. Hello? Erica Mena, the preference, not being treated like a preference. People do a lot of window dressing. A dog is a dog, period. The white women cover it well until they get mad. Listen, Mocha's trying to have that conversation. I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna stick to the people that I know. I'm gonna stick to the blacks. I'm gonna just stick to the black people. Anyways, guys, I've been here for like 45 minutes. Yeah, maybe at the end of the day, it's just let's not. I mean, we know this. Obviously, black people are not a monolith, so therefore, black women are not a monolith either. So let's not generalize black women. But yeah, I would say really take the time to get to know the person who you're hoping to pursue and be able to see them as more than just one thing, you know? Because I feel like Nai was saying, even if we were to change the word, like action needs to also follow, or the way that we're treated needs to change as well. So even if someone doesn't deem you verbally by saying strong black woman, the way that they treat you is going to determine what they feel about you regardless. So just to look at your woman or look at your partner and see them as, you know, just choose better. and see them as someone who's capable of complex feelings, complex emotions, you know, all those kind of things. Maybe that'll take us to a better place. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to the rivers and the lakes that I'm used to. Okay. Soon as I hear black clean, or did you mean wet? I'm not sure. I'm ready to dip. It's just something that black men say that makes you think that they'll treat you as everything but a queen. I hear that. The other lady who sat with her cheating husband some time back and sat there listening to his BS explanation while she was nodding the whole time. Yeah, Dania Jackson. I just want to hop in and say I'm in my soft girl season. Love that for you, Layla. Love that for you. I'm in my soft girl season and have been for years now, thanks to my husband. I think the men we're with strongly contribute to us being able to rest in our softness. And you know, that is what I would love. I would love to be in a space with somebody where we, as the people who get that title all the time, aren't even impressed to exemplify how strong we are. I can be in my soft girl season because I'm allowed to rest in my softness, rest in my femininity, rest in my ability to ask for help, or not even ask, but be given help just because I am that person's partner. They are the provider of me, for me. They are my protector. They are my safe haven. You know what I mean? I don't have to exemplify this strength because it's not required of me. I can have it. I can embody it if I want to, but I'm not obligated to. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that Brennan put hands on his ex-girl. Crazy. I was gonna do a video, but there's not enough evidence and I don't want to be out here Tasha Cade. Okay. Yeah. A black guy I know posted a recording of his white baby mama calling him the N-word with the ER on the end. So yeah, when they get mad, yikes. Yikes. That is scary business. Guys, dating is scary. Dating in this day and age is terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. I'm going to be on here for like 10 more minutes. I think an hour is good. An hour is good. But don't worry, because I know I'm already getting some protests specifically from Alexis. I didn't mean to send a stray bullet. It's just, you know, she be always in this hot water with these people. I want to have more of these conversations, and I don't want it to seem like I'm coming here with information to give to you guys. It literally is a conversation. Some things I might be well versed in, some things I won't be well versed in, and I'm coming seeking insight from all of y'all. Most of you guys are older than me in general, so let me know what's good. Give me the tea. So yeah, I'd like to have these. What day is it today? Mondays. We'll see how that goes. If you guys have any topics you want to talk about, send them to my DMs and we'll talk about them. Watch the review and the show sounds stupid and not entertaining. What show are you talking about? What are you talking about? I think our current generation is doing a good job dismantling the strong black woman caricature. I'd agree. No, I would not review Dubai Bling. I don't even know what that is. I'm sorry. Hi, Osman. I bet it's over already. Yeah, it's almost over. That Cougar show. Oh, what's it called? Yeah, I watched it. I finished it. What is it called? Back in the Groove. I could see where they wanted the show to go. But yeah, it was something to watch when you have nothing to do. You know, that's what I'll say. It's something to watch when you have nothing to do. What new show are you reviewing on Netflix? Well, right now we're doing Too Hot to Handle. And then I'm also going to do The Circle. And I know some people have asked me to go into scripted shows. And I just want to explain why I don't do scripted shows. I don't do scripted shows because I like talking about dynamic situations. And in a scripted show, it's static. It's already been determined. You know what I mean? And then also when the season is over, like nothing happens. So we'll see. Maybe I'll have a change of heart at some point, but yeah. I'm 24. I think we're around the same age, but I'm not up to date on the dating scene. Do black men still perpetuate the stereotype on black women? I think you know the answer. Just thank the Lord that you are married. You watched it and didn't make a review? I watched TV vicariously through you. I'm sorry. I don't think I can review it. Too Hot to Handle, it frustrates me too. It does. But I've already committed. So here we are. I think that in order to be fully dismantled, black men are going to have to step up. Well, okay, so here's one last question before I leave. I'm scared. I'm scared to say it, but I'm going to say it. So we're looking for black men to step up. Yeah? Well, some are. Maybe not everybody. Would it be better to go where you're appreciated? Rather than waiting for black men to change? What do you think? What do you think? I'm hesitant because I know I've had this conversation on the channel before, and yeah. Go where you're appreciated, okay? Oh, not y'all talking about Diddy. Craziness. That man, a mess. I think so, 100%, as in go where you're appreciated. But they will never step up if they were always coddled, so all they know is to be catered to, not to cater. Okay. Sure, but are all black women going to date and marry out? It's not realistic nor sustainable. No, but to those who are open, maybe that's, you know, Mocha even said, I'm going where I'm appreciated. That would be better, because I think black men have gotten too comfortable with their ideologies, and I'm not waiting around to see the change. I mean, here's the thing for me, personally, I'd been open majority of my life, and then I got to university and then was solely on black people, and then I think I'm opening myself up again. Mainly because I was surrounded by other cultures, so black men weren't checking for me when I was younger anyways, so I wasn't checking for them in return. And then once I started to learn more about like my blackness and how being a black woman in society is a job and a half, I realized like, maybe I want somebody who understands my, unfortunate to say, my struggle, so I don't have to explain. And then as I keep getting older, I'm like, oh, so some of y'all actually add to the struggle that we're going through? No, sir. Not for me. Not for me. Appreciate it, because it may allow you to both, it may allow both of you to step up together and evolve together. Waiting is honestly just gambling, and you might be out of luck. Valid. Valid. I truly believe there are some black men out there who are actually good men. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. But I would not advise to wait your whole life for that. True. Up to the individual, I guess. Going where you are appreciated, but then we may have to not be ourselves fully being in non-black spaces. Valid. Valid. Other black men need to call others out, like my husband. Hold on, are you saying your husband needs to do the calling out or your husband needs to be called out? Mercy God. I hope it's the former and not the latter. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And I don't mean to, I don't mean to laugh. I'm so sorry. I've dated all races. I go where I'm respected, valued, and seen. Whew, I'm about to cry from laughter. Mercy. As long as you're as long as you're feminine and all is good. Okay. Oh man. Okay, your husband does the calling out. Love it. Amazing. Amen. Oof, yes. Love, yes. My dating roster looks like the United Nations. I've been having a great time dating different men from different backgrounds. I still date black men. Everyone is treated with discernment. Love it. Whichever comes first. Meeting a man of another ethnicity that appreciates me before a black man steps up, then cool. I think the whole point about someone understanding your struggles is very complex, because just because someone understands your struggles does not mean they will not add on to it. Valid, very, very, very valid point. Very valid point. Yeah. I'm so sad the chat is ending. I just hopped in. I'm sorry, Layla. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's a very valid point. Because that's always been my thing. My thing was always like, oh, I want somebody to understand. Like, I don't want to have to explain certain things. And then as I get older, I'm realizing like a lot of the turmoil we go through is from our own. So I gotta go where somebody said it great. Respected, valued, and seen. That's where I need to go. And I hope it's with my own people. But if it's not, that's okay. One thing I will never do, and this is the thing that our men need to stop doing, is bash where I'm leaving from to compliment where I'm going. Just go in peace. Okay? Just go in peace. What's that TikTok? We don't want the recipe to your mom's peach cobbler. We don't. Just go in peace. It's okay. All right. I just think there's not a quick fix. Going where you're appreciated is good advice, but realistically, other groups choose their own first. That does happen as well. Do black men really understand our struggles though? Seems like wishful thinking considering how they treat us. I think it's not necessarily like our struggles down to the detail, but like there's just certain things about blackness as a whole that you typically don't have to explain to other black people. Will a man of another ethnicity be okay with my rap hair? You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. My rap hair at night. That's what I always think about. That's what I'm saying. It's things like that, you know, like the family tax. I don't want to have to explain the family tax to my partner. Sending my child back home. I don't want to explain that. Not calling, you know, certain adults by their first name. I don't want to have to explain that. Certain foods, what is acceptable to say and not say, to wear and not wear. And then an added complexity for me is being raised Adventist. Like there's just so much that I have to explain to somebody who didn't have a similar, if not the same, upbringing, you know? But that's also not to say that just because they understand, they're going to treat you any better. That's just the catch-22. That whole explaining thing does not stop black men from being second to dating out the most. Asian women is in the top spot. It would be good to date a black man who has done the work to be whole, because they can help you and fully understand your struggle. But if they have not done that work, it's struggle on top of struggle. I hear that. I mean, in general, black, white, brown, anything else in between, you'd want somebody who has done the work. You'd want somebody who makes an effort to be the best person that they could be. You are also making the effort to be the best person you could be. And together, you know, we're striving for the best. That doesn't mean perfection. That doesn't mean struggle cannot come. That doesn't mean strength will not be needed. But at least you know we're starting on a better foot. We're not starting at, oh, this is going to be a dumpster fire. And then there might be more things thrown into the fire. You know, like let's just start on some clean grass. Just let's start on a good foot. Start on some good ground. Start clean. Start fresh. In that case, you would have more common in South Asian than North American black men. Sometimes there is culturally more in common with somebody from a different race than the same one. Yeah, that's true. It's all up to your upbringing, to be honest. It's subjective. It is subjective. But yeah, I've been here for an hour. I'm gonna love you and leave you. I know I know it's coming. I know it's coming. I know it's coming. I know it's coming, but I have to love you and leave you. This has been great. It's been a nice conversation. I hope we have more of these conversations, and I hope you guys let me know what kind of conversations you do want to have. And if you feel like you are not getting enough of conversations, guys, I literally have a whole podcast with my friends. There are other opinions, other voices, so you can go and check that out. But I'll see y'all in a week or whatever. Okay.